Some pressed so deep they cracked the plaster. I ran for the front door. It wouldn't open. The windows sealed shut. The house groaned, settling like a body shifting in bed. Behind me, I saw them. People, men, women, children, standing silently in the hallway. Their eyes were empty, their mouths stitched shut with black marks that looked like old scars. One stepped forward. It was me. Same face, same clothes. Same fear. It smiled. "You stay," it whispered. I don't remember screaming, but I woke up on the street at sunrise. The house was gone. An empty plot stood where it should have been. Neighbors said no house had stood there for years. They said people who talked about it usually didn't come back. But sometimes, late at night, when I'm alone, I hear creaking floors. Not in my house, inside my head. And I know one day, when I least expect it, I will wake up standing in that hallway again. Because once a haunted house knows your name, it never forgets. I jumped back, heart racing. I had never told anyone where I was staying. No one knew I was there. The whispering turned into crying. A woman, then another, then a child, all overlapping. I locked my bedroom door. That was when the knocking started. 3 slow knocks. Not asking. Announcing. I stayed silent. The knob turned. The door shook. Then everything stopped. The silence afterward was worse. I must have fallen asleep from exhaustion, because I woke up standing in the hallway. I don't remember leaving my room. My feet were cold. The floor was wet. Footprints covered the hallway, leading toward the basement door. I didn't even know there was a basement. The door was open. The smell hit me first. Burned flesh. Rot. Something alive, pretending to be dead. From below, I heard breathing, slow and deep, like someone enjoying the wait. Primera ba, scared Hawaii. But the floor creaked loudly. The breathing stopped. Something moved upstairs. Fast. Too fast. Lights burst one by one, plunging the house into darkness. In that darkness, I felt hands grab my shoulders. They were cold and shaking, as if they had forgotten how to be alive. A voice spoke inches from my face. "This house remembers everyone." The lights flickered back on. I was alone, but the walls were different now. Covered in handprints. Hundreds of them. Some small. Some burned. Burned. I was never supposed to stay in that house. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't bad luck. It was a choice, and that house punishes choices. I had rented it because it was cheap and empty. The landlord didn't ask many questions, and I didn't ask any either. The place stood at the end of a narrow street, hidden behind overgrown trees. Even during the day, the sunlight struggled to reach its walls. The moment I stepped inside, I felt watched. Not from one direction. From everywhere. The door shut behind me on its own. I remember telling myself it was the wind. Even though the air inside felt completely still, the house smelled old, like dust mixed with something metallic. Rust, maybe. Or blood. I unpacked quickly, eager to distract myself. That's when I heard footsteps upstairs. Primera, fros. Slow steps. "Heavy! Careful!" I called out, my voice echoing unnaturally. No answer. I walked toward the staircase. Each step creaked loudly, as if the house wanted me to know I was being heard. Halfway up, the temperature dropped so suddenly, my skin prickled. At the top of the stairs, every door was closed. One of them had scratch marks on it. Deep, angry, human-sized. I didn't open it. That night, I tried to sleep with the lights on. The house wouldn't let me. Every few minutes, the bulbs flickered, dimmed, then returned. Shadows moved along the walls, stretching in ways shadows shouldn't. Around midnight, I heard whispering. Not words. Breath brushing against language. It came from inside the walls. I pressed my ear closer and immediately regretted it. Something whispered my name.